Hi everyone, it's Kim here. Just before Christmas, I saw a tweet about a new rhythm game that had just released. It visually looked so dreamy that I had to check it out, like right away. I dropped what I was doing and I opened up the Nintendo eShop and bought the game right in that moment. For me, that is rare to do. Often I see a game and I really want to play it, but it takes me a few days to decide whether I'm gonna buy it. But this game I just had to have. Melatonin is a rhythm game where you play through the dreams of a guy who falls asleep on his couch every night. He dreams of food, shopping, aliens, and more, with the happiest music I've heard in a game in a long time. Now, this is a huge call, but I think the music may even beat Ooblets on the happiness scale. It's so catchy and so just somehow cozy as well. I love it. Playing Melatonin for the first time was an experience for sure. Visually and sound-wise, the game is amazing. I love the art styles and the colours used, but I was super overwhelmed and absolutely terrible at the game. I have absolutely no rhythm at all. Like, none. But I did grow up playing some rhythm games. I mean, I still have some of the songs from Parappa the Rapper stuck in my head over 25 years later. I've never been great at rhythm games, but in the past I wasn't this bad. It was terrible. Every level starts with a practice mode, so you can see how the level works. It has a circle in the middle that gives you visual cues and a countdown to help. I did okay in the practice modes, but as soon as it came to properly playing the game, I was so bad. It was absolutely terrible. I just could barely get any beat on time. The visual cue with the circle on the screen is gone when you're doing the actual levels, but there are both timing cues in the music and some more subtle visual cues in the animations on screen to help you get the notes on time. Playing this way was so hard for me. I could barely get any notes right and I was failing every time. It was so hard because I love this game's, like, I love the visual so much and the music, but the struggle was making it super frustrating to play. I was super torn because, yeah, I was having a lot of fun, but I was also really annoyed because I couldn't do anything right. After around 30 minutes of failing terribly at the game, I decided to try out some of the assistance options in the accessibility menu. You can add a visual timer that's the same one that's in the practice mode. There is an on-screen metronome, and you can make the timing for the game a little easier by turning on an option that gives you slightly more time on either side of the beats to get so you can still get a perfect result if you're not quite perfect. I turned on the extra time and the visual timer, and honestly, having both of those options on made a huge difference. The game was finally easier for me to play. It was still a challenge, but it was a fun challenge. Finally, I was really enjoying myself and was absolutely loving playing Melatonin. Now, when this happened, part of me was wondering, is Melatonin just ridiculously hard? Does everybody struggle like I do? So I asked my musician husband to try it out. He played through a few levels without the accessibility options turned on, and he was getting near perfect marks straight away. He loved playing it too. He said he really enjoyed it and was almost hesitant to give the controller back to me. After seeing how well he did, I googled to see if others were struggling with how hard the game was. Seeing that nobody on Google was struggling as much as I was, and how fun my husband found the game and wasn't struggling, confirmed that no, it's not the game that's the problem, it's me and my terrible rhythm. I shouldn't have been surprised, really. I mean, this is me. But even though I wasn't great at Melatonin, I still had so much fun. I truly do find it fun to play, and it was surprisingly relaxing considering it's a rhythm game. The game has over 20 levels spread across 5 chapters. While this may seem like a small number of levels, especially if you heard me complaining about how short A Little to the Left was in my review for that game in November, it actually doesn't feel too short in Melatonin. There is a star rating for every level, so you have the challenge of trying to get to 3 stars every time, though you don't necessarily need to pass. And there is also a separate hard option for each level that has a different rating system than the star system. You also need a certain amount of stars from the first few levels in each chapter in order to be able to do the final level in each chapter, so it does stretch things out a little bit. Visually, I really love all of the funny dreams that they base the levels around. The music for each one is different, but they're all just as good as the previous level's music was. The rhythm is different every time and the buttons change up each time as well, so it does keep things interesting. You're not just hitting A every time, though at the start of the game it does kind of feel like you might be doing that. It's not the case. If I had to choose a favourite level, it would probably be the one with people boarding a spaceship, or possibly the one where you're catching coins in the rain. I love that the final level in each chapter is a compilation of all the levels from that chapter, so it's a little bit more hard but fun and fast, and you're switching quickly from, theme to theme, so trying to keep up is quite fun. Melatonin is under $25 in New Zealand. I can't remember how much. I think it's about $22, and it's $14.99 in the US, and I think that price is perfect for it. You do get a fair amount of gameplay from it, and I do feel like I got my money's worth. If you're looking for a game that is a kind of cozy version of a rhythm game, or just something you can pick up and put down at any time, I definitely recommend Melatonin. The soundtrack and art style alone is worth the price. You can play Melatonin on Windows and Switch. I played on Nintendo Switch, but I imagine it would work well on Windows too. Have you tried Melatonin? Are you tempted to try it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. What game would you like to see me review next? Do let me know, because I will take ideas from the comments on what games to review next. Thank you so much, and stay fresh, cheese bags. Bye!